Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more Rimworld, and uh, every time we try and do a dragon call, we always get some other weird random reward. But we just happen to have two stormcutters wander onto the map, just like normally. So we're gonna go ahead and try and train them, tame them. Animals. Our current stormcutter doesn't have a name. She's a female. He's a male, and she's a female. So we might be able to start breeding some of these. It'll be a long time before like any of those eggs hatch and then grow up into an age where they can actually be like mounts. But it will give our colonists like a bit more of like a mood boost to have venerated animals in the colony. So they do serve that purpose. We do have a couple of social updates going on. Progress wise, we got this gate built, and Tyrion's been working on this wall. Farion's been working on the houses, and he's almost done with them. I did queue up kind of like a really big project for us, and I didn't even see that Tyrion has like started working on it. So this, if we look at our planning, this is going to be our chapel. And I figured we would do some of our like magical crafting in here as well. I'm not quite sure what we'll use this room for, but we'll find a reason to use it. Let's go take a look at this warg hunting Theron. That does not sound like a good idea for the warg. Where are you? You're right there. Let's queue up that. Let's do drafted hunt. And then once these guys get into position, then we should be good to go. Okay, Toll is there, so he'll probably like help out as soon as it aggroes. That's not what I wanted you guys to hunt, but there we go. Ooh, ooh. Talos is riding the Stormcutter, and the Stormcutter is set to have his flame on. So we're just going to burn down our rice crops over a warg. But they got it handled. We're good to go. Pellis even got off the Stormcutter. Let me know if you guys have like a good name for this guy. It's a dragon. It's a pretty hefty looking one compared to the ones that we've seen. Of course, the only other ones we've seen have been like baby dragons. But yeah, I would like to call it something other than the Stormcutter, especially if we end up taming those other two. But yeah, I decided, okay, well, we've had a couple marriages, but you know, I feel like a chapel for a wedding is kind of like a luxurious thing, and we weren't really in a state to have like luxurious things, considering we were all living out of like a shack that would one day become this castle that is far from finished. But we have additional relationships. So in addition to like Everin and Purple like getting together and Purple getting married, last episode we also noticed that Aesel and Helene got together. Helene, because of the way that I have accelerated aging for children, she's 18. That feels a lot better than when he was 22 and she was 16. So we have these two couples that are newish. But if you see, I moved Willow up here next to Farion because they actually got together. And before I noticed it, Farion has a double bed, so they went and shared a bed. And Willow is actually already pregnant. Yeah, so 17 days. That seems so fast. How much longer do you have? 12 days? We're going to have like a boatload of children like by the end of the quadrum. Well, in the early next quadrum, because it is the 10th of April, May. So I'm kind of wondering, we did raise Helene up here in Cresthold, like all by her lonesome. So we can probably do the same with Everin's child. Let's make sure we have a zone set up, area 1. Oh, but the food is down there. We'll just like hope for the best, because once the baby does start walking, it'll walk back and forth between these two areas. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Like, it is a pretty busy area, though. We did spend several days in game clearing out all the like mountain roof tile here. And then I thought to myself, I was like, I wonder if insects can even spawn over water. So if that's something that you guys know, let me know. Because it, like, retrospectively, I feel like that was a bunch of wasted time. But aesthetically, I feel like it makes, it looks a lot better than to have like this shadowed river there. So not too worried about it, but I am just curious if you guys have ever had like insects spawn on water under mountain roof. Yeah, so we're building the chapel because, you know, if our prince is getting married, I figured like it would probably be better to have an actual chapel. Oh, we can get rid of this. Than to have them randomly decide to have their wedding by this tree and this funeral pyre, which is, I think, where our last couple weddings have occurred. So yeah, it's pretty neat that they're like working on that right away. I put up pews. We are going to put in a wedding spot, marriage spot, like right here. We'll get some little cool lighting in here. Maybe if you go to furniture, I think we have like, we don't have any like super cool lighting. Let's fix that. I think if we go research, we could do dwarven lighting. We do have elven lighting queued up. Let's move those to the front because this arcane stuff is going to take forever. Yeah, other than that, while you guys were away and I was continuing to play, I did sell some of our dragon scales, not the rumble hide, but like 500 of the Skrillex scales. So we did end up with like a boatload of silver from that. It was like 1,000 silver or something from 500 scales. So not bad. That being said, I'm tempted to send Farion on his like mission to go acquire magical abilities. I don't want him to go solo, so maybe we will send Pellis and Theron with him. Like, I feel like that's an appropriate amount of guards. We're having like our currently only heir to the kingdom go on his first excursion. Pellis is our ranger lord, so he'll be in charge of all the rangers, which we haven't really like made any rangers or distincted any. We pretty much just been putting everyone in like guard uniforms. And Theron is our lord commander of the army. So I feel like the king and the queen would want kind of like the best escorts for him. So let's go ahead and let's queue up that caravan. Let's do world, form caravan. We'll go here first. It's going to take 6 days. We are going to be mounted. I don't want to take... Well, Pellis can ride his dragon. We'll bring the woolly mammoth just in case there's like cool stuff that we want to purchase. And then we'll bring 2 stallions. So then we have Farion, Pellis, and Theron. So Pellis, and then it doesn't matter who these 2 are. Travel supplies. Let's select this manually. We'll bring the Lembus. It's unlimited food because it's like spring, but we'll just bring Lembus just in case. And then let's bring some stuff to trade. We're going to keep our Stormcutter dragon scales. Rumblehide dragon scales. We don't have like any weird human leather or anything. Nope. Skrill. Let's bring all our silver. And then let's start bringing all this just like random stuff that we will not be wearing. I don't think we'll wear the quilted vest. We had a few traders and we got rid of a bunch of just like random junk in the stockpile. We like oversold to them. So like sold them like 1,400 or 1,400 silver worth of stuff for like 200 silver that they had on them. We'll keep the tusk. I'm not sure if that's good for anything. And anything else? Not right now, I don't think. I think the glowstone dusk we can't use. Okay, and we'll just like hope that that's like enough stuff. Maybe we'll bring a couple muffalo too. You're not fully grown. Like, I think we're gonna spend pretty much all our silver on acquiring like magical skill for Farion. But just in case, like, we end up with like some silver left over and we want to buy like steel ingots or something like that, that's why I'm throwing all the like the 2 muffalo and the woolly mammoth in. So it's gonna take 5 days to get there. We have unlimited food. We're good to go, and that gives us 5 extra days for like Farion and Willow to not get married because they just got engaged yesterday in game, and sometimes it seems like it's like a quadrum or 2 before they get married, and sometimes it seems like it is like instant that they get married. So I figured we'd like buy ourselves a little more time. Hopefully Tyrion keeps working on this and we'll get some of that research done. Who is on research right now? I think we need to bump a Felba up because I have Arshana working on art. We don't really have anyone that's like good at art, but I feel like that's something like our queen would be interested in. Speaking of art, we are making harpsichords for the throne room, and we did make 2 harps. So yeah, so much like random stuff going on. We'll come back when Farion has like made it to the city, and we'll see if they have anything good. If not, there are a couple more. So, well, there's one more down here, and then somewhere on the other side of the world, right? So you guys are there. And I think there is another magical faction somewhere. I probably like passed over it 500 times. Let me know if you see it. Oh man, so many like random factions. We'll figure it out, but we'll be back. Kif is sad wandering. Why is he? What is observed a rotting corpse? Okay, I'm sorry about it, buddy. Is it like the goblin corpses that are down here? Like, why were you even down there? LOL. Okay, well, we'll come back when we are ready to purchase some things from those magical traders. So, just a little update since we hit the road. It's only going to take 2.8 days, which is excellent. We did get a monster hunt quest. Yeah, some of these quests bug out. And Yar's monster hunt, jump to site. It's way up there. It does give a bunch of small hides and uranium, which maybe we could use for armor. So I'm really thinking that we should do that. So once maybe Farion, Pellis, and Theron get back, we'll form a crew and we will head up that way. Maybe we'll have Brahm, Everin, and Narek join us, and Kif. But yeah, we're going to do this monster hunt also. Okay, we'll come back when it's time to trade. Okay, we're back, and we're almost there. I guess some just like updates here. We are expanding our mining operation. Not too much else is going on. We did manage to make another Timberwolf pelt, so that's great. And it looks like Arshana just completed making the statues that I wanted for the chapel. And so we'll actually change those. Statue of Colonists. Okay, so let's do edit, and then we'll copy this from who are we copying it from? Willow. Confirm. And then we'll remove her hood and we'll remove her apron. We'll click clothes. And then can we copy Farion while he's out on a caravan? I don't think we can. So we'll change that. But basically we'll just make it statues of our future princess and future and our current prince. I don't think they're actually engaged. I think they're actually just in a relationship. So I might be getting ahead of myself, but I think Evren and Purple are now engaged. Yeah, so we might have a wedding out here in some random spot. Okay, caravan arrived. Trade. Let's see what we can get. We did run into a caravan on our way to the spot, so we did sell some of our dragon scales, bought a couple like small glowstones and a cello. But let's go ahead and get rid of the rest of these dragon scales. And then do you want any of the other like weird random crap that we brought with us? Looks like you'll take some of it. Keep those. And then magical spells. So you have Arcane Tome Shadow. I don't actually know what a shadow does. In the dead of night, fear reveals itself in the blade's reflection. The shadow awakens. That feels like maybe a melee class. So we'll skip that. You do have tons of silver, so, and this spell costs tons of silver. So we probably have a little bit of wiggle room if we wanted to buy some things. Let's see. I saw Druid spell Dryer Patch. Not too excited about any of this stuff. Oh, we could make him an Ice Mage. His mother is arcane. His hair is blue. Let's go ahead and, oh, we can sell that. Also, we'll just like take your silver and then we'll head over here and we'll see if there's anything good there. That's only going to be another 1.4 days. And then I did spot that there are 3 more down here. So we'll check here and then we'll maybe check here. You know, we have an option here, so which is on our way back. We'll see if anything's better there, and if nothing really catches our eye, maybe we'll head to this one. But I do want them to get back so that we can do this quest up here. So we'll come back when we have made it to our next spot. While you guys were away, we did have a raid. I captured 6 people. 1 of them died. Looks like Jackson was taken directly to the prison. Farmer, I know, was taken to the hospital, but is well enough to be up and about. So we should have 3 more up here. Yeah, so we have Heinz, Shorty, and Fox. And there's a star vampire chittering in the background. So we already went through some star vampire drama. I'll do that off screen, and we'll just come back when the caravan's at the next spot. Okay, and we're back. So let's take a look here. So we just need to look specifically at the spells. Combat style Blade Dancer. That's Blood Mage, which I feel like is a little too morbid for like the royal family. Shaman Fire Mage, maybe. That being said, we're dealing with an awkward fire right now. We had Dry Thunderstorm. We had Drizzle. It put almost all the other fire out except a little bit of fire right here. And during that Dry Thunderstorm, Arshana literally got hit by lightning. So 1 more trip, and then if there's nothing good here, so that will take half a day, then we'll come back and we'll turn him into an Ice Mage, because I feel like that's the thing that's most on point right now, especially with his spiky blue hair. Awesome. Okay. We'll come back when they're arrived. Okay, and last spot. Let's see if third time is a charm. Let's see if there's anything amazing here. Okay, Combat Style Monk, Chronomancer, Demonology. I don't think I've ever played with like a Demonologist before. This is like a new class for me with Rimworld of Magic. I have had a Chronomancer before. Chronomancer is like fun, interesting. Like we could use it to age up our dragons so that they would like be fully grown sooner. And then Demonology, entering an agreement with a demon to gain power. This contract binds the patron in a literal sense with demonic essence that affects their genetic makeup. I feel like that, like, you know, what was it? The other thing that was over the Blood Mage. I felt like that would not be something that our paladin father and our arcane mage mother would like agree with. I don't think they'd agree with demonology. We'll do chronomancer. And then are there any lich form, summon poppy, druid spell, regrow limb? That's amazing. We'll get that for Narek. Ignite, magic cooler, cauterize wound. No. We could do... No, we can't. We don't have enough silver for that. Is there anything else like really cool that you guys have? No. Okay, so I think we are going to make Farion a chronomancer. Accept that. And we'll send them home. And we'll finish this off with training Farion with his new spellbook. So we'll come back when they get home. Hey guys, so out in the wild, we encountered a trade caravan, and they have a better version of Ice Tome. They have the book, not the torn script, that would teach them everything. Had we run into this one, I probably would have just like bought that right away, but we can't sell Arcane Tome for enough money to like get what we wanted back from that. They also happen to have Chronomancer spell recall, which we do have enough money for, barely. So I figure we'll grab that as well for Farion. Move on. And we are just a day and a half away, so we are chugging along. Arshana getting struck by lightning, getting Cal on fire. I basically just had to like have her have a whole new set of clothes made for her out of devil strands, so that's nice. That being said, her cloak was made of cloth before, so huge upgrade for her. I set up another tailoring bench. This one just has recycle apparel bills, so we somehow ended up with some tainted apparel, the shields that we brought on the caravan. So I went ahead and just like dumped those from the caravan inventory. And then also I think we had like throwing stones no one wanted to buy from us, so I dumped those as well. So this is a build to basically just like recycle anything that's tainted. So we don't have to worry about having that in inventory anymore. Even though we haven't been stripping people, they are dropping their shields. Apparently some shields, maybe all shields, are an apparel layer. And then what else is going on? The other recycle bill is to just recycle items that are less than 55% hit points. So we'll be able to recover some material that way, not very much. And then we are starting to organize our leather. We still have a lot of organization work that we need to do in this room. It looks terrible. But Anissa's on making things. Someone else who has high crafting has been recycling things. So a little bit more order to the chaos here. Helene is pregnant. That happened off screen. I did make a bed for Aisel and Helene since she's like of age now. So we have Helene purple, Willow, and Arshana are all pregnant. We have like a boatload of incoming colonists, and all these guys are like pretty good as well. So like, yeah, he'll just be like a villager, but he's good with animals, has a passion for it. He also is good with plants. And then the rest of these guys I think are going to be fighters in our army. So Fox is good with melee and shooting. Farmer will be a villager. Hines is great with not great, but good with melee and could be a cook. And Shorty, double passion, shooting melee, 10 skill both. So we are building up our army. It might be time to maybe just have me unload Valegard for a little while off screen and just like plow through getting Cresthold set up. Maybe we move some more of these people into Cresthold once they're recruited. And then next time you guys see Cresthold, it'll be like a big jump in the future for them. But that still feels like potentially a lot of people to have between those two colonies. So maybe we set something else up in another biome here. We'll figure it out and we'll see what raids are looking like. So Performance-wise, the game is still moving like really, really good between like 2 colonies and a caravan out there, and a boatload of animals. So I don't think we have to make immediate decisions about that now, but I'll let you guys know if we have like a little jump ahead in progress here, because I spent a lot of time just like with Valegard unloaded dealing with these guys. And then the other reason that I put Aesel and Helene together in a bed is because Aesel was starting to have like bad mood because he was like sleeping alone or whatever. Kif has nothing to do. We have tons of work for you to do. Brahm, you're digging. Kif, why do you have nothing to do? We'll put you on mining as well. Okay, now you think you have stuff to do. You could have been doing this, though. Oh, it's reserved by Aesel. We could build another one of those. We'll do that. Okay, cool. Well, we'll come back when Farion's ready to learn to be a chronomancer. Okay, finally made it back this evening, and I had him pick up both. So, let's go ahead and have him read this. Ooh. Don't do that. Read. Okay, so he is now a chronomancer, and recall is his like master scroll. Let's read that. Okay, and like let's take a look at this. So prediction enables prediction, a conscious effort dedicated to deciphering future events. Prediction has 2 components. The first component is self-awareness and intuition that make the chronomancer uncannily difficult to harm. However, the spell splits the attention of the chronomancer and reduces their physical acuity and speed. The second component focuses on prediction of significant events. Indicators such as flight of birds, a cloud of dust, a sound in the wind are highlighted to the chronomancer's woven together in a tapestry depicting a possible future. Neither is infallible, but practice can improve the accuracy of prediction and reduce the focus required to sustain it. This ability reduces mana regen by 50%. So that could be neat. When I played with the Chronomancer last, it was just kind of like you get a little toast warning over here, like, ooh, an event is going to happen or something, or an event was like averted. So I think maybe there's like a little potential like dice roll of like making a raid not happen, but it didn't seem like super noticeable, so probably won't work on that. Oh, maybe alter fate is the thing. Alter the flow of time to avoid predicted disasters. So you get a message here and then you can alter it. Alter fate is most effective against environmental conditions. This ability, however, can backfire, causing the event to change, become more severe, or trigger the infamous butterfly effect. So maybe that would be like changing toxic fallout or something if it were going to happen. Accelerate time is what we'll use on the dragons. Reverse time is something that we could do to, I think, reverse aging and maybe even like heal wounds. We'll have to like read that a little bit more. And chronostatic field. Chronostatic field. Excuse me, I like hiccuped, but like into my mouth. That was strange. Places all living creatures within the affected area out of phase with the flow of time. Interaction with affected creatures is impossible. So that basically makes them, puts them like in a stasis. And then recall, return the caster to a previous point in time, cannot be used without an active time marker. Hover your mouse over the skill attributes for more information. Okay, so I don't see recall here. Oh, time marker. The chronomancer is able to capture their status at a specific point in time. So basically we'd put this down before a raid happened, and then if he were like injured, we could have him recall, and then that would like move him back to where we put the recall, the time marker, and then also probably like heal up his injuries and stuff. So that's like pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about you, Farion. let's see how quickly you can like learn these things, and then we'll start like aging up some of these dragons, maybe like some of the Stormcutter babies if we ever get that male out there. Anyhow, sorry for the long episode and a lot of like rambling. I think you guys expect that from me occasionally or all the time, who knows. But thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited about all this progress that we're making. The chapel's almost done. We can change the statue to Farion now. Farion, confirm. Cool. And then, yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, have a good one. Bye.